They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast, the 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a
rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Seattle Seahawks. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
From the 27, Wilson. He completes this to Walker. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Just the first quarter of a tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different long night.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Straight ahead, Walker. And able to work his way down to the 16. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. That's complete right around the 8. And the Seahawks are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Walker is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
No surprise there, Jadeveon Clowney with a tackle for loss. We all know how he became one of the most famous players in football, though, don't we remember?
Oh, that one play.
Yeah, that one big-time play was on highlights everywhere. They want to see more of that here in the NFL.
Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal.
Just like that. Just like that. 58.
Walker once more. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And oh, right away, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. Let's go! It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Troutman, right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Another good carry there for the NFL's 2nd leading rusher, and we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him.
Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's 1st or 2nd or even 3rd in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They run it again with Chubb. Tackled by Bradley Chubb, the number 5 pick in the 2018 draft.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
2nd and 7.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
The Browns send out their punter now. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. This is taken around the 12. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Quit talking about it.
On 1st down, Wilson. And Walker has it. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, I mean, it hadn't been a picture-perfect first half for this defense to this point, but that's a big play to get them right back in the ballgame.
And I think that changes their mind frame. Now they're saying to themselves, hey, we're still in this. And even though our offense hasn't done anything, we've had our troubles on our own right, we still made a play right there that could change the course of this game. Great job delivering.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the...
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, his arm strength, never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, Sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Running right, here's Walker. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, play 64, weak. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And some room to roam now. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. And they weren't in zone coverage.
Old school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. And this a 39-yard attempt. Rosa's kick is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about one-score lead, two-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now it's 3rd and 3.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
And just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Mike 14. 14's the Mike. 14's the Mike.
From the shotgun, Wilson over the middle. That's caught by Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
To throw again is Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. Wilson. Out to the right, he gets it to Lockett. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now Wilson. Hit as he throws. He lost the football. It's loose. Offensively lucky they're able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board. Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we are at halftime here in downtown Seattle with the Seahawks out in front. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass.
It's in desperate need of conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Bella. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 30 yards.
On 3rd down, it's very simple. Make sure you get beyond the sticks, make the catch, pick up the 1st down. But in this case, he turned it into bonus time and was off to the races for a monster play.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. This defense tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the second level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. They'll drop to throw. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now back to throw. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
Here's a quick throw caught out wide. Touchdown, Browns! Andy Isabella. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will shrink to 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And our game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Oh, Metcalf, what a catch. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way. And able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done. And for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
They'll run on 1st down. Hankins. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The slot man in motion right. Trying the left side with Walker. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third. They'll try for the first with Walker. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. They gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
I'm coming after you. 58's Mike, 58's Mike. Let's go, defense.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
58, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58.
Up the middle, here's Walker. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. The Seahawks on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Wilson. Walker with a grab, left side. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a first down.
On first down, Hankins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Wilson. Left side here, that's the tight end Fan. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. The 40. Past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one. coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. A nice start to the drive, picking up 12 yards there and a very quick first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch victory.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw into the hands of Fant. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Boy, what a turnaround. They exited the lockers with a nice lead, and now all of this. What's happened?
So when you start to write your novel, you'll start out with, it was a tale of two halves, won't you?
Right, but I'm a bad writer.
I don't know exactly what happened, because sometimes teams can go in with a lead and get too comfortable, too relaxed, and a couple things go wrong, and it's hard to get back that good feeling.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Less than 2 minutes to play. Down to the wire we go in a 1-point game. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his route so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. This thrown quickly out to Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Browns get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Wilson. And he slings one that's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson to throw. Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Obviously a big first down right there.
Yeah, they still got to hustle. They got to get up to the line of scrimmage and get set. But I don't think necessarily you need to spike it. But they've got to continue to move quickly.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
14's the mark. 14's the mark. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap. Jim.
Here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's caught at the 10. It's a big play there for Seattle. 54 yards. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. First and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Here's Walker, and he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Again, Walker. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll try and run Walker. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Fourth down. Here's Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They'll try and run it in, and he will get in. The 2-point conversion is good, and we may be on our way to overtime. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. How about the call to come with the blitz there in this situation?
And some of those calls happen just because of what they do on offense. So when they send out a number of people in the pattern, sometimes they just make a change on defense. Say, okay, we'll come after you instead. And that's exactly what they did.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Got a man. It's Schwartz, complete. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Into the hands of Cooper. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 96 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
First throw in overtime now for Wilson. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Overtime here out west, and you got a team from the Eastern time zone. Maybe their body clock's a little thrown off, or is that overhyped?
I don't think it's overhyped. And I think that for most teams, you're hoping that your mind overrules your body, because your body's looking for slippers and bedtime clothes, right? They're looking for the pajamas. But in this case, you've got to stay with it mentally. And what a lot of teams do, they never change their watches. They always say on East Coast time and just go ahead that way to try and defeat any of the effects of moving to the west.
And Walker once more. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
They'll run on first down. Rosenthal. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
A give for Walker running right. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Back to Walker on first down. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Now a first throw here in overtime. Left side complete to Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
61. Matchbox. Light. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's crashing. He's checking crab. Kill. Switch it. General.
Movement there on the offensive line. A little quick and a 5-yard penalty. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Wilson to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to lock in on a receiver, and it results in an incomplete pass.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
Let's go, defense. And who we got? 58's the money. 58's the money. All you give us.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Houston Texans next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll drop to 10-4 on the year.